All right, we are back with Eerie Elementary. The school is alive. Thank you to Scholastic. We are on chapter 10, The Machine. The giant metal thing was made up of different parts: an old refrigerator, pieces of a vending machine, and banged up lockers. It had a rusty head dotted with 2 splashes of red paint. There were brooms, buckets, and wooden hockey sticks jutting out from it, too. Sam took a deep breath. He was about to step toward it when, "Sam!" a voice shouted. Sam spun around. It was Antonio. "Antonio, what are you doing here?" Sam exclaimed. "I followed you since you've been acting like a total weirdo. I was hiding behind some junk over there," Antonio said. Did you hear everything Mr. Nakobe said?" Sam asked. Antonio nodded. "Do you believe him?" Sam asked. "Not really. I think you're both crazy," said Antonio. Then he walked over to the machine. There was a note taped to the front, and Antonio tore it off. Okay, here's the note. You see it? The note says, "Sam, this machine will attack you like the school. You must overcome it. This is your training. Good luck." Signed, Mr. Nakobe. Antonio smiled and said, "I may not believe you, but I will help you train. This big monster machine thing is awesome." Sam perked up. Having a friend by his side made him feel 1,000 times better. There they are. "Look, there's a switch on the front," Antonio said. He flicked the switch and the machine came to life. Antonio jumped back. The giant machine charged toward Sam. The top part spun and a hockey stick lashed out. Sam rolled underneath the hockey stick. He came up behind the machine. The machine's head whirled around. It began shooting tennis balls out of its big round eyes. "Watch out," Antonio said. Sam threw his arm over his face, but the tennis balls knocked him to the ground. Sam pounded his fists on the cement floor. "This is ridiculous. I don't know how to do any of this," he yelled. Antonio stuck out his hand, quickly helping his friend to his feet. "Try using what's around you." Vashoom! A tennis ball whizzed between Sam and Antonio. Antonio dove behind a nearby trash can. Sam looked around and saw a busted locker door. "Here goes nothing," he thought. Sam grabbed the locker door, held it up like a shield, and ran straight at the machine. The tennis balls bounced off of it. When Sam got close enough, he tossed the door aside and climbed on top of the machine. Then he yanked the electrical cord from its head. The machine rumbled and coughed. Finally, it went silent. Sam hopped down. "Wow," Antonio said, scratching the back of his neck. "Dude, you're kind of awesome right now." Sam turned to his friend, smiling. "But it sounds like this was only the beginning." Chapter 11 is called Something Big. For the next 2 weeks, Sam and Antonio trained before school, during recess, and after school. Lucy now thought both of her best friends were losing their mind. She wouldn't believe a word they said. So there they are, practicing and training. Sometimes Mr. Nakobe poked his head in to check on Sam, but the old man didn't do much else. Sam understood that Mr. Nakobe was weak. Now it was Sam's job to protect the school. While Sam was walking home alone on Thursday, Mr. Nakobe's words echoed in his head. The school is planning something big. What could the school? Sam's thoughts were interrupted by the feeling of cold fingers on his back. "Eek!" Sam shrieked. He spun around. "Lucy, you scared me." "Did you think it was the school trying to eat you?" Lucy teased. "I don't know what you and Antonio have been doing the past 3 days, but you better be ready for tomorrow." "What's tomorrow?" Sam asked. Lucy rolled her eyes, and she shoved a crumpled up piece of paper into Sam's hands. Remember? There's the paper. It says, "Friday night, 7 p.m. at Eerie Elementary. Miss Grinker's 3rd grade class presents Peter Pan. Students, parents, and teachers are welcome." As Sam read the words, his heart began to pound. It all made sense. Sam knew exactly when the school would strike. Chapter 12 is called Beast from Below. You can see he's looking out at the audience, so it must take place during the play. It was opening night, and the school auditorium was packed. Sam stuck his head through the red curtains and peered out. He saw hundreds of parents and teachers in the audience. He even saw his mom and Lucy's little brother. Students were changing into their costumes backstage. Antonio, as Peter Pan, was wearing green from head to toe, and Lucy wore a yellow dress as Wendy. Sam pulled Antonio aside. I've got a feeling something really bad is going to happen, he whispered. Maybe we should stop the play. We could tell Miss Grinker. Antonio cut him off. Sam, everyone will think we're crazy. I'm still not sure we aren't. Sam sighed. He knew Antonio was right. Besides, Antonio said, I've got my lucky peanut butter and jelly sandwich in my pocket. What could go wrong? Sam rolled his eyes. Lucky sandwich. Before Sam could say anything else, the lights dimmed. The audience went quiet. The play was about to start. Lucy rushed over. She pulled Antonio toward the stage. Wish us luck, Sam, she whispered, and she and Antonio marched out on stage. Sam sighed. Good luck. There they go, out onto the stage. 2 hours later, Sam was smiling from ear to ear. He couldn't believe it. The play was actually going okay. Lucy was saying her lines perfectly. Antonio made an awesome Peter Pan, and the audience was clapping a ton. Maybe he'd been worried for nothing. The next scene was the most exciting part of the play, the big finish. Antonio and Lucy were strung up on wires high above the stage, like they were flying. Sam, Miss Grinker said, it's your turn on stage. Oh, right, Sam muttered. He stepped out into the spotlight and began to say his lines. I am Noodler, Captain Hook's friendly pirate, and I order you to... Sam stopped. He felt something move below his feet. There it's a rumble, rumble, rumble. With horror, Sam realized the school had been waiting for him. Now that he was on stage, the school was coming to life. This was it. There were some whispers in the audience. People thought Sam had forgotten his lines, but Sam didn't care about his lines. He cared about what he saw next. A trap door in the floor was opening. From up high, Lucy and Antonio saw it too. The trap door was opening wider and wider. It was like the wooden stage was suddenly made of rubber. It opened up all the way. Sam's heart pounded as he looked down into the darkness below, and there he saw the true terror. Beneath the stage, hundreds of metal folding chairs were opening and closing like a set of giant, jagged teeth. That's kind of weird. And high above this hungry mouth, Antonio and Lucy were dangling on their wires. They were about to be eaten alive! Chomp, chomp, chomp! Chapter 13. Chapter 13, 14, and 15. That's our last reading. All right, I'm going to stop here. You start the next video, and that will be the end of the book.